Hola, Kinalito, aka Mahali Selepe, the girl that calls 4 countries home: Australia, Britain, South Africa, and Lesotho, where life began. Welcome to my channel, guys. Thank you for being here. If you are new here, welcome to the family. Join the family by clicking that subscribe button, please. And if you don't subscribe, just hit a like, okay? If you don't like, share it. Something.
Give and take, huh? Welcome, guys.
My God, why can't you hear me now when I need you? Why don't you come around?
Thank you guys for being here. Welcome to my channel. So today, as you have seen from the title, I'm talking about why I have stopped singing, why I don't sing anymore. Well, I do still sing, but someone asked me a question last week: why have you stopped singing? And I thought I will just come and talk about that today. Just tell you about my music journey and where I am at the moment, and why I'm at a stage where it looks like I don't sing, or where I'm at a stage where I sing much less. Because sometimes it does feel like I don't sing, and sometimes I do even forget that I'm a singer. So I was feeling a little bit emotional as I was thinking, I was trying to collect my thoughts and think, okay, what am I gonna say? Where am I gonna start? So I'm not all over the place, but I think when I speak, I am all over the place, and I can just only be myself, and I hope it will make sense in the end. I think I will start from how I started singing, a little bit of the background. My singing started when I was home so we had our boy, and I went back to school, and it was just not working out, man. Hats off to people who can study and have babies at home, having no help, and then who can just leave their kids at daycare and go study and do well and succeed. I don't know how they do it. So for me, so when I got married, I couldn't go study because we didn't have money. So we had our boy 3 years later. That coincided with us being able for me to go study. None of our kids were planned, story for another day. So after we had my boy, the story I told, the previous video, I had a car accident when he was 3 months old. So when he was 2, I went back to study. I was in Cardiff, we were in Wales, Brecon. Hey, if you are there, I was doing accounting because I had been studying. I was at PE Technikon, which is now Nelson Mandela Metropolitan University. It's in Port Elizabeth, South Africa. That's where I was when I got married at 19 years old. I know. So I was doing financial information systems, and then once I had an opportunity to go back to school in 2015, I did ACA. I was quite struggling. It was just not the right time emotionally for me, and I wasn't doing so well. I was struggling quite a lot, and I was always thinking about my baby, how is he and everything. So long story short, we decided I stopped studying. Instead of getting money out of the home, bring money in, I found a job. But then, of course, because I have no qualifications, the job I did, the money I got was equivalent to the money we were paying for the nursery. So nursery is very expensive in the UK. So it just didn't make sense for me to keep working, and then the money is going to childcare. I'm not spending time with my child, so we decided that I stay home, I be with my child, I teach my child about Jesus and all the good things. I take care of him, I teach him what he needs to know, and that's how we're gonna run our family. So during that time, of course, boredom kicked in and all sorts. I started singing. So while I was home, not being able to work, not being able to study, I started buying backing tracks. I bought a lot of backing tracks of the songs I loved, you know, songs that ministered to me. And then I would practice. I would sing a song over and over until I loved how it sounded, until I loved the sound of my voice, until my voice got stronger and my voice got more confident, until I got that confidence like, yes, I can do this. So one day, what actually propelled my career, so to speak, there was a district Sabbath thing going on in Birmingham. They used to have like, I can't remember what they used to call it. It was like a camp meeting, but it wasn't a camp meeting, but it was like all churches around West Midlands. They would come together. There was this tent meeting. It went on for a week, I think. And then on Sabbath, it's a big program. Afternoon, it's just songs, you know, everyone who wants to come sing can put their name down. And, you know, I put my name down for that. So on the day, I remember just being at the back. I was so nervous. Anywho, I was like, Lord, this is it. Help me not to hold me. I was shaking. My turn came. As soon as I started, I felt the heat, the everything, the sweat, but I sang, man, I sang. Woo! I felt the goosebumps. Then and just now. And like I'm gonna cry. Guys, I sang. I had never heard myself sing that well. Ever. I sang so well, I got a standing ovation. After that, as soon as I got down, I got people. I went straight outside. I couldn't believe what just happened. I had people come. Star, can we have a come singing our music program, please? Yo! Guys, I was booked, date, booked, time. And that's how it started. So when I was in the UK, that was my life. You could not call me, and you could not call me and say, can you please come sing next Sabbath, or can you please come sing next month? Before we came here in 2013, I was at a stage where you had to book me a year in advance. Otherwise, I was not available. Some Sabbaths were family Sabbaths, which I had to do. Initially, I was agreeing to things. Next thing, you know, Malapo is complaining because I'm singing every weekend. Every weekend, I'm away. Every weekend. I'm singing at our church. I'm singing at concerts, which were not non-Adventist concerts, you know, gospel events, gospel award events. Guys, I was nominated Best Newcomer. That's how much I sang. Like, I'm just giving you a background. So that was me and my singing. I had my first concert in 2010. I got this from my bedside. I wanted to write some notes for this video. I didn't end up doing that. But then, surprise, when I opened inside, this is my book from when I was in the UK. I don't know if you can see that. So I had plans. Look, Amgro, South Africa. Guys, I was busy, okay? And I quite enjoyed the life. So my brother, Nkosi Kandlovu, inspired me to record. So since that first day when I sang at our church big gathering, every time I sang at these places that I got invited to, people would ask, "Hi sister, where can I get your CD?" And I'd be like, "My what?" "No, no, I just sing. Sorry, I just sing. No, no. Oh, no, me, CD, no, I just sing. And then my friend, he wasn't my friend then, my friend and brother, Nkosikanjovu, Gotliso, said, my sister, you should record. He recorded first. We're like, wow. Because recording was like, he made recording accessible, like recording a thriller. Oh, so I can record. I didn't see it as this is something you could actually record something and keep something. It's a record for the future of something that you have done as well, not just, and recording doesn't mean you think you're good. You think you're the best. No. You're recording so that you have something there. Or if people are being blessed, just like people who are asking for my music, they were being blessed and they wanted to take that home with them. But they couldn't because I didn't have anything, I was thinking, no, recording means I think I'm good. I can't be thinking I'm good. But God worked on me about that one. And I realized this is God's thing. God has given me this gift. I am good because God made me good. It's not me, So I did record. And when I went to Nkotliso's first concert, I got to talk to the guy who recorded for him, his producer, Pastor Sunny Moyo. Sunny Moyo. He said, you should come record. So when he said it, I was like, oh, okay, Ngosi, Ngosi used to say, my sister, I'm not flattering you. You should record. You're good enough. And when the producer said, you should come record, I thought, oh, the producer thinks I should come record. Maybe I should come record. He said, okay, look, we can do one song. If you don't like it, forget about it. So I spoke to Malabo and we did Dignified. And we could not believe it. That is me. That's me. Malabo and I. Woo! This was 2018. Guys, the song was on repeat. So Pastor Sunny lived in Birmingham. So remember, Birmingham is 2.5 hours away. We played the same thing until we got home. And then we went to drive to the lake in Bracken. We parked there. We played the song over and over. We're like, Malabo, this is me. He was like, girl, this is you. Oh, we couldn't believe it. We were like, wow. We prayed about it. And God said yes. We're like, when Jesus say yes, nobody can say no. When Jesus say yes, nobody can say no. I'm not about a thing. When Jesus say yes, nobody can say no. A few months later, we contacted Pastor Sunny and we said, yes, we want to record. So that was my journey of my first recording. So we came here. So we recorded Dignified live. It was never released. We worked so hard on that CD, on that DVD. So many regrets of not getting the proper quality recording equipment in the first place. And then once we had that, I was not happy. I was not happy with how things sounded. I wanted it fixed. Yeah, because your girl, believe it or not, I'm a perfectionist. Believe it or not. If you've seen some of my things that I post, they're so horrible. It's just me always saying, humble yourself, humble yourself. It may sound horrible to you, but someone else will find it a blessing. Post it, darling. Post it, girl. There's actually a song that blew up and made me famous, but even though people don't know it's me, because my daughter shines in it. She did amazingly well. She sang with me for my concert when we got here. She sang a song that I recorded with my sister because my sister was not here and I was doing a concert here. Hali would just sing along the song as I'm singing, and I was like, you know the song. Hali, how would you feel about singing the song with mommy? And that's what happened, and the song just blew up. We have 1.3 million views on Facebook of the song. It was the launch for the CD. I recorded this in South Africa, and I was like, I ain't taking no shortcuts. I inquired Lyra's recording studio, you know, the husband's recording studio, the ex. 100,000 rents to record. I wasn't shocked though. Those are the prices. It didn't include print. So this, you know, I go for a facial first of all, you know, maybe, yeah. Basically, I go threading. I do makeup, facial, makeup, nails, photo shoot, cover design, printing. It adds up. So all that, and of course I have to check, double check, type, guys. Oh, and then I have to copyright, you know, register the CD, all that, promote. It's a lot. So it's been quite expensive. It's an expensive thing. That is why I have taken a break. But above all, life is different here. People are not into special items. It's pretty quiet. There are people who are very blessed by my singing at church, who will ask me to sing when they are in charge of programs. That'll be like once every 6 weeks or once every 6 months. I joined a singing group. I joined a worship team at church. Yeah, my singing as I knew it, I guess it is on hold. It is on hold until I'm able to tour the world. Yeah. So I'm not singing. I'm no longer singing because it's different. Life is different. Just when we got here, when we were still very eager and everything, I got some invitations to stuff. And like when I told you guys how I almost became Sinach, I do get invited to big things. I was invited out to be a judge on Go Gospel, you know, where people were winning $250,000. I was a judge, you know, 3 times in a row. So I have been acknowledged. You know, there are people who acknowledge my place in you know, work, in my place in my calling. But unfortunately, our church itself, it's very, very different. Here, the culture is not the same. You know, I think it's a black culture to have special items. So the church, our church in the UK is a black church. So special items and music, it's a big thing. It's huge, you know. Back home, music is huge. And when I'm home, you know, my calling is recognized. People ask me to sing. People, you know, sometimes I'm just in church. I'm just sitting like everybody else. I don't think I'm significant, but people, when they see me, they ask me to sing, you know, always reminding me that, you know, I have something that God has given me, that I have, that I can share. But unfortunately, here in Australia, I mean, when I first came here, I was invited in Northern Territory, and I have been invited to Sydney, but I had to foot my own bill. It's quite expensive going to Sydney. It can be like $800. Yeah, cheap ones will be like $400 depending on the season. And Sydney is quite far. Like, more black people are over east, in the cities, in the bigger cities. But yeah, it's quite far. It's quite expensive for them people to bring me there. Life is just different here in Perth. Yeah, people just don't do special items. People who do special items, people don't do paying. So in the UK, I'm Adventists. There's a friend who used to say the Seventh-day Advantages. Adventists don't like to pay for their musicians. So I used to get paid if I'm going to Pentecostal churches. But when I go to an Adventist church, I used to ask for fuel because, I mean, some people would be like, and I'm thinking, where am I supposed to get the fuel money? Like, I've already invested so much in this financially. My husband has already spent so much in my music thing. Last thing we're going to be doing is be taking money in the family's coffers to pay for me to come to your church, you know. So people used to deposit money for me. You know, I used to tell people that, look, I'm sorry, I can't come unless you send me money to come. That's how it used to work. At some point, I actually had a manager. But yeah, so yes, I am a singer. So the person who asked me why I don't sing anymore was saying to me, I didn't even know you sing. If you look at this channel, it started in 2007 or something, maybe 2011. When did this channel start? Anywho, the channel started because I sang, and it started as a promotion to have a place to put my music and to promote my music. But also YouTube was it was configured into my website, and when people went to my website and went to videos, the videos they saw were from YouTube. That's how I started the channel. But I only started being a YouTuber last year, because all along it was just posting my music as and when I had it. And yeah, that is the story in Balamori. But yes, in a nutshell, I still sing. I just am not active. Also, you know, I started full-time studying 2 years ago. So I've sort of like put things on hold, because I have been getting invitations still to come sing in South Africa. Guys, I even had opportunity to join Joyous Celebration. But I'm married, I have children, I have responsibilities. I can't just leave. So there has to be other ways of singing in my situation. So I think it's just been like, okay, waiting for the kids to go to uni. So maybe then my husband will let me go around the world and see the world. There's no excuse now of me not going. Thank you guys for watching. So sorry it was a bit long. I'll see how I cut it, because right now it's like 50 minutes long. Thank you guys. So yes, I still sing, but I don't sing. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. Remember that God loves you even more, and that is true. Ciao, ciao.
Helen, you watched everything. Thank you so much for watching everything. Now don't forget to subscribe and go back to my other videos and scroll and scroll and scroll and watch everything. There's very good things in here, very good interesting things. You are number one. Now thank you, and take care of yourself.